have two types of marriage. We have the life partner and we have the real marriage one. The life partner is like you go to a lawyer and the lawyer will do a notarial contract on it, showing you guys are dating and helping each other.
I did made a video some time ago talking about how to obtain citizenship in South Africa, but there were a bit of, disagreements and a whole lot of people sharing their own opinions in the comment section. A lot of people were like, okay, cool. Some were like, hey, get your facts right. Some were like, it's not true. Like, it seems like most people living in there does not actually know how this whole thing works. It's like they have their own theory and then we also have our own theory. So I don't know what it's like we are not on the same page, but I don't blame them because we are actually the ones seeking for that and not them. Because if you're a South African, obviously the process is going to differ from being a foreign national. So I do get the point. But today I'm just going to call someone. This person is actually into this whole documentations and all that. He actually helps people with visa applications, obtaining documents in essay permits, student permits, and all that. And I'm just going to call him right away, and we're also going to hear from his side and see. Maybe I might be wrong. I don't know, but we just have to see what he got to say. So I'm calling him now. Bro, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Let me just get this quick and straight. Yeah. Remember we spoke in the morning with regards to documentation, how someone can actually obtain citizenship or ID if he gets into the country. And I do know that you are actually into this whole thing. So can you maybe share a little bit, information about this whole thing? If someone gets in SA, how does the person obtain citizenship?
If someone gets in SA, like as in
A foreigner,
visitor, right?
Yeah, a foreigner, visitor, whatever the situation may be.
It depends on the visa the person is using or coming as a with, right?
Okay.
Because as a visitor, you can't get a permanent resident or a citizenship. No,
Yes.
you can't.
Yes, sure.
Unless you change your condition to get a temporary resident first.
Okay.
And some of the temporary residence is by, let's say, marriage or by work.
All right.
So you need to use your temporary residence for 5 years, continuously 5 years.
Okay.
After 5 years, then you can apply for your permanent residence.
Okay.
After getting your permanent residence, you need to again use the permanent residence for 5 years before you qualified for your citizenship. So in order to get a citizenship, you need to get a permit or you need to stay in SA for like 10 years before you can qualify to get a SA citizenship.
I see. The ways that someone can actually obtain that is through marriage, work, and what else?
Or school. Through marriage, work, or school.
Through marriage, work, or school.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you maybe take us through the marriage procedure? With the marriage one, let's say I get into the country and I'm on a visitor's visa and I've actually overstayed my visa, of course, and now I got a lady who is actually interested and we get married and all that. How do we go about that? Do I still need to get a permit first before I can, or after the marriage I can still get that?
If you overstayed, there is something we call letter of good cause.
Okay.
If you've overstayed,
yes,
you need to apply for the letter of good cause. Get the letter of good cause.
Okay.
Use it to renew your visa. Because remember, before you can get a permit here, you need to be legal in the country.
Yes.
You can't get a permit whereby you are illegal in the country.
Okay.
So you need to be legal in the country before you can get a permit.
Yes. But,
and
okay.
We have two types of marriage. We have the life partner and we have the real marriage one. The life partner is like you go to a lawyer and the lawyer will do a notarial contract on it, showing you guys are dating and helping each other. We have that one.
That is the
And we
life
have the
partner.
one that you go to home. Yeah, that's the life partner.
Okay.
And we have the one both partners will go to Home Affairs to make it official. Like you have a marriage certificate there at Home Affairs.
Okay.
And with that one, you need to be legal too before you can go to the Home Affairs to get the marriage certificate. So what most people really apply for is the life partner one.
Okay. With the life partner, it doesn't matter whether you are legal or not.
It does. It does matter. That is what I'm saying. If the best thing to do is to not to let your entry expire.
Okay, so
Because
if I can get your point, yeah, if I can get what you're trying to
you
say,
can change conditions.
yeah, you can change conditions. So
Okay.
let's say if I get into SA with a visitor's visa, and the duration of the visa is like 3 months, then I manage to get a work permit before the visa expires. Does that count?
Exactly.
Can it help?
Exactly, because you need not to let the visa expire before you get your permit. You need to apply the
before
permit
the visa expires,
whilst you are still valid in the country.
Yes, I see.
The moment the visa expires, it means you need to go back home to fix it
before you come back.
Before you can come.
Yeah, I get you.
Exactly.
I get you.
Yeah.
So that is with the marriage one. So let's talk about the student's side. So let's say a foreign national get into SA with the intention to go to school and gets a student. I think the student visa, there's no 5 years, right? I think it's about 3 years or 2.
It's about 3 years, but the student one, remember the only condition you can change on visitor's visa is either marriage or relative. You can't change condition to students with visitor's visa. So if a foreign national wants to school here, the person needs to acquire a study visa back home.
Okay.
When you come here with visitor's visa, it's not allowed to change visitor's visa to study visa. It's not allowed.
But so you're saying that there isn't such, because I think I've actually seen some where a foreign national gets in SA with a visitors and they are able to obtain a student's visa.
You know, there are always one or two ways that people will do. You know the story most. But that is it, you know.
Okay. So if I can get you the right procedure, the legal way is to actually get the student permit.
The legal way is what I'm trying to tell you here. The legal way, when you come here with visitor's visa, it's not allowed to change to study visa. It's only allowed to change to marriage, that's the life partner and work, or relative, that is under, let's say, accompany child, accompany father, accompany that. You understand? But with study visa, you can't. You can't change with visitor's visa. Yeah.
I see. No, that's very nice. But let me just ask you this before we end this. Among all the ways of obtaining the citizenship or the ID, which one is the most easiest method for foreign nationals?
There is no easiest. The thing is, get a permit for 5 years. After 5 years, you qualify to get your permanent resident. So either you go for the marriage. Yeah, I think the marriage, let me say the marriage one, or the life partner and work one. Use the life partner and work one for, and we have this other permit called critical skills.
Okay.
Yeah, that one too. After critical skills, they can issue you for 5 years. After the 5 years, you qualify to get your permanent residence. It's like this Home Affairs Minister even changed a lot of things. At first, if you are granted critical skills today, the next day you can put in your permanent residence. But the Home Affairs Minister has cancelled those things. When you get your critical skills today, you need to use your critical skills for 5 years before you can qualify to get a permanent residence.
I see. And I also heard there is an alternative option which people don't actually talk about it that much. Let's say you have a lot of money and then you get in the country, you can prove to the government that no, you do have this amount of money, and I think they will take that amount from you. I'm not sure about R1 million. I'm
I
not.
think that one. I think that one it used to work. It used to work, but I think it's not working now because I remember at first when you have like a property that's worth like R1 million plus,
Yeah,
you were qualified to get a permanent resident. But I don't think it's working now. But rather, when you have that amount of money, the one you can use to apply is maybe a business permit
I
because
see.
you are bringing in
An income,
or
a
you are
value.
investing in the country.
Yeah,
So
true.
it's rather a business permit that you'll be able to apply for, but not a permanent resident.
I see. I see. I
Yeah,
get you.
yeah,
I get you. No, it's all
yeah,
good, man.
yeah.
So I just wanted to clear some stuff because I did spoke about this whole thing, but seems like a lot of people were hesitate. They were not believing what I was actually saying. So I just needed you to clarify all this. But
Oh, all right.
thanks a lot for your time. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
All right. Thanks to him.
All right.
All
All
right.
right. Sure. So I guess you guys actually heard everything. I guess you guys are now satisfied with this whole thing. I'm not sure, but everything got its ways, or let me say everything got another alternative or got another way of, I mean, doing something or obtaining something. So when I put the video out there, I mean, a lot of you guys were like, okay, get your facts right, get this, and I'm like, okay, cool, let me just put someone who actually got an experience, someone who is in the field. And I guess 97% of what I actually said, I mean, almost everything I actually said has been repeated here. So I guess it is what it is. If I still, I mean, if you guys still see this and still do not believe this whole thing, I guess I don't have to argue again. I don't have to debate with you guys. So anyway, guys, thanks for following. Thanks for coming along. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment section. And sorry, I'm not going to be able to reveal any information about the person who was speaking, but he deals with those documents and all that in essay. So yeah, thanks for coming, guys. If you are new on the channel, subscribe to the channel, like this video as well. And I guess, yeah, I'm not sure if there's something I didn't cover, but then if you have any questions, like I said, drop it. I might do another video, and yeah, you never know. Thanks for coming, guys. It's late. I need to go. See you in the next one.